Hello, my name is Rick Bunch. I'm an environmental educator here at Lory State Park, and my cameraman partner here today is John Young, and so we thank him for being with us. We are part of a volunteer group here at the park called Friends of Lory State Park, and our purpose is to support the mission and education of the park. And one of the things that we like to do is bring school groups out and have community groups come to talk about environmental education and do science lessons. The next group of animals then would be the carnivores. And we'll start with the smallest of the carnivores in the park, which would be the bobcat. Nice soft fur. The bobcats prey on mice, birds, other small mammals like voles and the rabbits, of course. And we'll notice from the skull that their eye sockets are in the front of their head, front of their face. And that allows them to focus on the prey that they're trying to capture. But you notice also the teeth on this carnivore. They have large canine teeth, which are almost like fangs, and those are on the front of their skull, and those are used for killing whatever animal it is that they're going after. And by the way, we say killing, everybody has to eat, and it happens that these carnivores must kill their prey in order to have something to eat. Notice the back teeth then are also sharp, and that helps them in the chewing function. So that's the bobcat. Bobcats are also cousins of your cat that you have at home, your pet. And the other thing is, why do they call them bobcats? It's because of their tail that's short. It looks like it's been bobbed or cut off. And so those would be the bobcats. They mostly hunt at night, and so they would be nocturnal. And they're also about twice the size of your cat at home. Okay, the next animal then we would have that is a carnivore. It's the largest of the carnivores in the park, largest of the carnivores in Colorado. And if you'll look right over my shoulder here, with a special treat because we have a mountain lion here. The mountain lion, also like the bobcat, its eye sockets are faced forward so that it can actually look at its prey. And then also notice the big canine teeth, which are used for killing their prey, but also tearing the flesh away from its body. The mountain lion primarily, and 90% of its diet, feeds on mule deer. And because we have the deer in the park here, that means that the mountain lions have something to eat. They will also, however, if they can't get the deer, they too will go after the mice and the rabbits and other small mammals. They are unusually strong, and a mountain lion can leap as far as 30 feet. And so they use their stealth and their strength to capture the deer that they're going after. But also, and have a skin here, notice this long tail. And that tail helps them when they leap in their balance, helps them to keep their focus and their balance on what it is that they're trying to go after. But also, just like your cat at home, their paws have claws that retract back into their feet. And so when they're trying to capture something, those claws will come out. Both the bobcat and the mountain lion have the same kind of behavior as your cat at home. If you roll a ball across the floor, what does your cat want to do? It wants to chase and pounce. If you have a ball of string, the same thing. They would capture that string. And so if you encounter either one of these animals on the trail, you don't want to run because that looks like fun, and so they'll be chasing you. The last animal I want to talk about then is actually a carnivore, but it's not like any of these other animals. And it's one of the animals that we get asked about a lot in the park. It's the prairie rattlesnake. Rattlesnakes are known for their venom and their fangs, those two specialized teeth in the front of their mouth that act just like hypodermic needles. The poison glands are on either side of their head here, and when they bite down and they squeeze that venom through the fangs and inject it into whatever they've bitten. And of course, I said they're carnivores. They eat primarily mice, other small mammals. They eat baby rabbits. They eat baby prairie dogs. And that poison injected into your arm or your leg usually is not fatal, but you need to get medical help right away. The other thing about the rattlesnake, of course, is it rattles. And a lot of people feel that they can tell the age of a rattlesnake because it sheds its skin as it grows and expands. It sheds that skin, and it'll shed at least once a year. And so people think if you count the number of knobs on its rattle, you can tell how old it is. That's not always true, because as a rattlesnake is, say, close to a rock and it's rattling, and one of these knobs hits against that rock, it may break off. And so it's not always true that you can tell the age of the rattlesnake by the number of its rattles. The thing about the rattlesnake is that they are not aggressive. They will not chase you. They will not go out of their way in order to bite you. They would just as soon crawl off into the grass. So if you stop and don't get near it and threaten the rattlesnake, it's not going to harm you. The rattlesnake this rattlesnake in particular is born alive, and so when it's young, it becomes easy prey for birds and snakes like the hawks, mammals, and mammals such as skunks. And the skunk is not susceptible to the venom of the rattlesnake, and so those young snakes are easy prey for skunks. They hibernate in the winter, the same as the bears, same as animals that do hibernate. And so when it's cold, you'll not normally see a rattlesnake out. They'll come out in the spring then, and their babies, the young snakes, are born during the time when they're hibernating, just like the cubs of the bears are born while they're hibernating. So that gives you kind of a tour of the animals that we have in Lory State Park. We hope that this has been enjoyable and informative for you, but more than that, we hope you'll come and see us in Lory State Park so that we can talk about these things and show them to you out here in the park. So thank you very much.